Hello, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yee-haw. I've been up late at night playing Sylveon, so you don't have to. Okay, so I have been playing Sylveon since its release. At this point, like 5.5 hours ago. And this is one of my classic should you buy videos. Should you buy Sylveon? And I like to break this down in a few ways. First of all, I like to break it down based on is this a Pokemon that fills a role that you need on your team? Is this Pokemon very, very good? Do you like this Pokemon? Etc. All the reasons you may or may not buy someone. If you've seen some of my videos with this title, you know that I kind of heavily said, yeah, Blastoise was pretty amazing. I also love Squirtle as a Pokemon, so for me, it was a no-brainer. I loved Blastoise, and Blastoise was so good. My last video, Mamoswine, and while I'm talking, I'll pull some gameplay up. It doesn't just need to be my face the whole time. Last Pokemon, Mamoswine, I was a little torn on, if I'm being honest. I couldn't really hard recommend someone buy Mamoswine. Even though I thought it was good, I still think it's a good Pokemon. It just didn't set the world on fire for me. So let's start first with the idea of this Pokemon filling a role. Sylveon is a special attack type Pokemon, but it's also very much an assassin. It feels like it kind of jumps out at enemies and takes them down very fast. Something I really like about Sylveon is I feel like every single one of its moves and all of its builds are actually really, really solid. I'm not positive what the strongest is. I could see someone saying it's the Hyper Voice route. I could see someone saying it's the Mystical Fire route. I've run a ton of matches with Sylveon, and honestly, I'm getting similar damage outputs with both. I think the Hyper Voice build feels a little more... It feels a little more like a bruiser at times, and you're better at taking objectives. And then the Mystical Fire build is more assassiny, and you're better at getting KOs. I find that my damage output is higher with Mystical Fire than it is with Hyper Voice, but both are great abilities, and both just shred the enemy team. So when you're thinking about a role, I would think if you have someone like... This is a weird comparison, but if you have someone like Machamp, that's kind of similar to how I feel about the Hyper Voice build a little bit, or maybe a little like Venusaur, kind of. It's just that sustained damage that you kind of put on people, maybe Zeraora a little bit. And then if you like the Assassin-y build for Sylveon, I would say that's comparable to someone like Talonflame, even though not exactly someone like Absol, even though the Speedsters have more mobility, but it has that sort of assassin-y feel. So if you're looking for someone to fill a hole in your roster that sort of is the assassin or more the sort of sustained damage objective taker character, I think this could be a Pokemon that fills that role. As far as how much I'm liking Sylveon, I gotta say I think Sylveon's really great. I think Sylveon's pretty great. Yeah, I think Sylveon's really great. I think Sylveon is extremely powerful. I think Sylveon, as far as the competitive meta is concerned, I'm not positive where it's going to sit, but I think you're going to see it a ton in solo queue play. Basically everything up to 5-person competitive play. Even in 5-person competitive play, I think you're going to see this Pokemon. Here are a few interesting things about it. It evolves at level 4, very similar to someone like Ninetales, so it gets that power spike really early, and it gets one of its two best abilities right away, either Mystical Fire or Hyper Voice. So at level 4 in the lane, you're already really, really powerful. It's a great Pokemon to have early in the lane. Very different from someone like Mamoswine that takes so long to evolve. Also, it gets its Unite move at level 8. Which is just kind of bananas to me. It gets it so early where even if you're in lane, you're going to have it for the first Dreadnought. In that sense, I feel like this probably will be pretty popular competitively because you're going to win one of the first most important fights in the game just with because you have another Unite move. So As far as viability is concerned, I think Sylveon's very, very viable, very, very good. Yeah, it's really good. Honestly, I mean, it's early to say, but I think it's probably a little overtuned, probably a little overpowered. So if you're looking at it from purely that perspective, I would say it's a great Pokemon to pick up if if you're worried about whether or not it's going to be really powerful. I think Sylveon is really, really powerful. And then my personal preference, do I like this Pokemon? Do I like playing it? I'm having a ton of fun with it. I really do like playing it. So it's another point where I have a hard time not recommending someone pick this Pokemon up. I wish I had more negative to say about it. And the reason being is because I don't like giving a hard endorsement on something, because I never want someone to come to my channel, watch a video where I'm talking about Sylveon, going, dude, you need it, and then they get it and don't like it. However, I do think this Pokemon's really, really exciting. It does a ton of damage. It fills its role really well. I don't know. It's just really good. It's really good. So I have a hard time saying not to get it, honestly. If you have the extra coins and you're kind of tossing this Pokemon up between a few people, I think it's important to remember who the strongest Pokemon in the game are. Those are people like Lucario, Venusaur right now, which you get for free, Talonflame, someone you could have gotten for free, Cinderace you get for free. So there are a lot of free Pokemon that are pretty amazing. If you're thinking between Sylveon and, I don't know, Gengar or something, I say pick Sylveon, because Gengar still needs a buff to become more viable. I think Sylveon is strong, really good. I don't have too much else to say about it, except I really like it, and I'm really happy that I'm using it, that I'm playing it. I think you will probably be pretty happy with it as well. However, cost-wise, I mean, something to consider. It is 10K coins, and a lot of Pokemon don't cost that much. I think Lucario, Garchomp, Absol, and Gengar maybe all cost that much, and I think that's it. So this is one of the most expensive Pokemon, but they're really making you want it too. They're throwing the costumes and the energy rewards. You're dressing up like Sylveon. You're going to see a bunch of people playing Sylveon. You're going to feel like they're running over you, and sometimes they will be because they're doing tons of damage. Oh, I guess that's something to bring up. Not only does it have some great abilities to heal itself, but I have found that I am consistently doing over 100K damage every single match with this Pokemon. And that's a lot. That's a lot of output for one member of the team. You get a couple people on the team doing that. You have Sylveon and Venusaur doing all that damage. Yeah, you're in a great spot. So should you buy Sylveon? If any of that sounded good, I really do think it's a great Pokemon to pick up. I refuse to say you have to, because I just don't want someone coming back to me and going, dude, I bought it, now Decidueye's out and I'm mad at you. However, I do think Sylveon's great. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you pick it up? Are you enjoying it? And if you are, I want to know what build you're playing. I honestly like them both a lot. So there you go. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!